Hey guys, how's it going? Failcoil here again with the last hero, Darth Maul. Everybody's favorite Sith. Everybody. Best part about episode 1. I think he's gonna be a little different than everybody expected, but I think he's gonna be really good in the right hand. Here he is. He spins the double-bladed lightsaber around. His consecutive attacks aren't that crazy compared to some of the newer guys, but he does a little bit of AoE, does a little bit of attacks, all that fun stuff. He doesn't have a lot of health, kind of like Yoda, but there's a reason for it. But he does a lot of damage in melee. But his unique is the Sith Probe Droid. This is a little bit different too, so I think this is going to puzzle a little bit of people at the start. But his passive, every 80 seconds, you revive from death at 40% health. Pretty nuts. There's going to be a lot of times it might get you in trouble, but this is going to be pretty strong in the right hands. And then his skill, 43 seconds. You hit an enemy up in the air, deals 200% damage attack power, and then you strike him down, dealing AoE of 200% attack power. So it looks kind of funky, but I don't think there's much you can do when you're knocking somebody up. But basically, to the guy you knock up, you deal 400% attack power, which is insane. Like, think about Hera's, it's 450%. And that still does tons of damage. So, we can see his stuff here. Consecutive attacks. Wailing away. Does a little bit of AoE. Here's his skill. Knocks guys up, knocks them down. Like I said, everything's subject to change too, so they might end up changing that a little bit as well. And then, this is what really interesting about him. The Sith Probe Droid. You can see all their damage here. This is a little weird, so I'll go over it first. They end up... I'm actually going to show this first, because it's a little tough to explain. So when you deploy them, they make a circle around organic unit against where they deploy. And every organic unit inside is slowed, and their attack speed's reduced. So their movement speed's reduced, and their attack speed's reduced. So while they're in that little area, they do shock damage, which is what you see here. So shock damage per second. So they do a little AoE. But and they stay forever. As long as one of them isn't destroyed, they stay in that formation forever. So when one of them dies, however, they end up breaking the little units, and this is what they end up doing. Like then they kind of act like normal units, and they just go forward. So they're 3 energy. I think they're going to be a little bit tricky to play around at the start, but once people figure out these, they're going to be pretty impressive, I think. So we'll get into some training here. I'll try and cycle further. So here we go. So, throw down these guys. They end up taking damage. And everything's slowed, everything's taking damage inside. So then when one of them breaks, they end up just acting like normal units. You can see. So here, I'm going to take damage. And then I end up dying, and then I come back to life. Then Anakin killed me. So you gotta be careful with his revive, because it takes a bit of time. But that's gonna be the hardest part. One of the things, though, that's really good about it is you can escort your units in, die, and then just get out. But here, we'll show off his skill. So it knocks him up and slams him down. Which is pretty sick CC. I'll also show this. So you can deploy them. Here's the thing. If you're playing against somebody passive, you can deploy them, and it'll just stay there forever. So it's like, almost like a mini turret as well, if you want it to be. So, and since they circle, it's not always easy for basic units to kill them. So again, I'll just show off his passive one more time since it's up again. So again, this kind of sucks that you can't place them anywhere. But throw those guys out, slow everything down. And then you can see I end up resin and I trade aggro, which is pretty sick ability. So, pretty good at blocking guys from running away. End up finishing this off. Also has a pretty sweet dash animation. I think right now he doesn't look as strong as he can be, especially compared to the other heroes. Because his ability and his unique are a little bit more nuanced, I guess, to use. But I think he has, in like the hands of somebody who's really skilled, he's going to be very gross to play against. Like that, being able to, I think he's going to be great at counter pushing. Being able to defend, die, and then res up at 40% health, and then having a huge counter push after slowing everything down is going to be really impressive with him. We'll see how things go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys later.